What's something you love but don't want to be associated with? Anime. This website. I love it to death, but yeah. Smoking weed. But I hate the cannabis culture. Tumblr. It's actually a really streamlined, nice experience if you make it one. But people hear it and assume you're one of the crazy SJW Plantkin people. Watching unboxings of anything on YouTube. People think it's a weird hobby. Dungeons and Dragons. I've had some amazing times playing with a close group of friends. But don't invite anyone who isn't fully on board. And never play in public view. League of Legends. I despise everyone on that subreddit and probably 90% of the people I play with. Most of the porn I watch. Musicals. Phantom of the Opera. Les Miserables. Etc. Fan fiction. Video games. Sorry guys. But I can't associate myself with gaming culture. I think video games are amazing. Especially exploring older video games and thinking about their historical reference. But I have zero excitement concerning upcoming video games. I see such an obvious scam going on with constantly on internet gaming. New games only last as long as their sponsored servers are upheld. These are games designed to be destroyed. The spirit has been lost. Electronic music. I'm a working professional. And all anyone seems to know about it is glow sticks and overdoses. Communism. The basis of it is good. It's people who corrupt it and give it a bad name. Perfect communism is good. We're not perfect though. I genuinely enjoy My Little Pony. Friendship is magic and I'm not even a pedophile or lacking in social skills. It's a fun show that reminds me of those old 90s and early 2000s cartoons. It has a fair amount of the humor and fun that is applicable to any age. It reminds me a lot of the Powerpuff Girls, which makes sense because both shows have the same creator. The songs are really catchy too. However, the community is completely intolerable and sometimes even revolting. It's like someone took a look at anime weeaboos and decided, let's see if we can make them worse. Self-proclaimed bronies are annoying, attention hungry, and often even perverse individuals. I just want to watch a cartoon that has a genuine amount of effort, wit, and fun put into it. I don't want to go to your damn conventions. Make derpy my profile picture on social media and circle a jerk over my favorite pony. I also feel the same way about Who. I think it's a great show. But I am hesitant to mention that I watch it out of fear of being associated with the 13-year-old girls on Tumblr that eat it up. Yaoi hentai. I act like I'm not a fangirl of those things. Cause they're usually over the top romantic weeaboos. But damn, I love the ass fucking. Nightclubs. I love to go out and rave all night, but so many clubs are full of absolute tools who roam around preying on women and spilling their drinks all over the dance floor. I don't mind admitting that I usually am on MDMA or something similar on a night out and feel like the vibes in a drug club is so much better than one where everyone is drunk and rowdy because you just don't care about the people around you when you're drunk, while the opposite is true of MDMA. It's for this reason that I usually just go to bush doofs and outdoor raves these days. TLDR. Love dancing, hate drunk. Predatory people in nightclubs. The South. K-pop and J-pop and Vocaloids. I love it. But I don't include it in my introductions. If someone asks if I listen to it, I'd say yes. I look like someone who listens to those anyway. Stroke. I'm a Canucks fan. I'm a closet Shania Twain fan. I have no excuse. Her music is catchy as FCK. She's sexy as F and I would like to do dirty things to her body even though she's almost 50. 4chan. Wrestling fans. I don't know where to begin. From the replica belts, to the dirt sheets, to the wearing the shirts in public as a serious fashion choice. Close bracket. Really like some types of electronic music. Generally don't like the fans or the culture. The Jeremy Kyle Show, UK of course. It's so trashy but I have to watch it. Obama. I think the dude seems like a chill as F homie who'd be down to smoke a fat ass joint and listen to some good tunes and talk about that hard knock life. But as far as some of his politics go, hell no, I don't want to be associated with that shit. I love anime. I watch it almost every day. I do not want to be associated with those socially inept and stupid giggling people who like watching severely unrealistic girls show off their bodies. I understand the appeal. But people who like the shows overloaded with it tend to be people I don't want to hang around. Designing firearms, explosives, aircraft, tanks, etc. Love it. Get hated for it. Street art. Mainly graffiti. But not the ugly stuff you see every teenager doing. Something like this. http 2 bp blogspot com hbzrlm2usov8 vav5irr cum b8r9w6pqsz1600/dscn3194 jpg. All this. http Oliver Graffiti. DWP content uploads blogs. d/1/files /23 jpg. Or even this. The TV show Sherlock. I love the show but the community is freaking weird and obnoxious. I love Nintendo. But the fans bother me. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about every fan here. I'm talking about the ones that bother me. Now, it's weird. Because they tend to keep to themselves. And they are not like the Sony and Xbox fanboys at all. In fact, most of them, in my experience, even admit that PCs are where the power is at. That's not what bothers me about them. Though, the first thing that bothers me about them is that they're really snobby to their own kind. It's really weird. It's like they're nice to you until they find out that you also like Nintendo. At which point they suddenly turn into snobs and everything turns into a who's a more knowledgeable fan measuring contest. The second thing that bothers me about them is that they, how do I say this? They're like a really strange form of weeaboo. And I think that it has really hurt Nintendo's image. They usually don't have the best hygiene. They're usually overweight. And they socially just don't get it. They say cringy shit all the time. And they are usually very immature. Lastly, and again this is usually only if they know that you're also into Nintendo, they won't admit that Nintendo has been making huge business mistakes. And when they do they try to mitigate it. You tell them that the Wii U isn't selling for shit. And they'll say Wii U sales have increased XX%. Yeah. Well, that doesn't mean much if your starting number as low as the Wii U's initial sales numbers. Or they'll say yeah but the 3DS is selling well. Oh. So everything is just fine and dandy with Nintendo. Then why are they losing so much money? It pisses me off. I own a Wii U, a Wii, an N64, and a GameCube. In addition to a lot of non-Nintendo stuff. I'm interested in getting a NES and a SNES. I still never mentioned that I'm into Nintendo IRL. Australian patriotism. I love my country. But patriotism has totally been hijacked by racist, xenophobic bogans who scream about how immigrants need to fit in or F off. When our country was built on the destruction of indigenous cultures and stolen generations. I'm an Oakland Raiders fan. But yeah. Stroke. CrossFit. I love Pokemon. But only the video games. I don't watch the anime. I don't play the TCG. I don't care about your fan art. I don't have a collection of stuffed animals. But I love the games for both the nostalgia since I grew up on them and for the strategy involved in playing competitively. Mainstream Christianity. Seriously. So many close-minded bigots. I feel like I have to explain that I actually believe in living what Christ taught, love people no matter what, and I'm not like other Christians. The first 2 Maroon 5 albums and Dragon Force. Old music. Classic rock is my main thing. But I am also into those super sappy oldies. Like Love Hurts by Nazareth. Enchanted Melody. Stuff like that. I like Air Supply too. Problem was, I was a 13-year-old kid listening to the kind of music my peers thought of old and boring. I could at least defend myself with rock. The anthem music of young people everywhere, but I was so deeply embarrassed of my other music preferences. The metalhead scene. I love the music, but the people can be insufferable. Usually when metalheads come up in discussions, they're characterized as super friendly and inviting. This is the opposite of the sexism and elitism that I've encountered for the past 10 years being into this music. This comment has been overwritten by an open source script to protect this user and app's privacy. If you would like to do the same, add the browser extension, Grease Monkey. The whole post-hardcore scene. I love some post-hardcore, but the fandoms for some bands are too much for me.